Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your friendly neighborhood summoner Maladar, and man, do I have a video for you guys tonight. Boycott 2021? Hey, at least I am not making the video from my bedroom again, right? All jokes aside, this is a serious matter. It was a serious matter last year, but when we were ridiculed, and now there's a different group of players that are going through the exact same thing. Actually, it's a group of players that's kind of led by Solid Finale from the TVA family of alliances, but there's really a lot of people that are behind this, not just Solid Finality. There's Whipped Cream, there's JZJ, there's Apple Nut. It's a lot of them. You can read through all the names. Shout out to all of them, by the way. I've known about this for about a week now, but they've been waiting for other alliances to respond if they want to join them in this letter and just state everything that's wrong with the game and what they would like to see. It's not like a ransom letter. They're not asking for demands. It's just a way to open a conversation with Kabam yet again. Another one. How many we've had already in the past 7 years? I don't know, man. I lost track. So they decided to post their letter addressed to Kabam on the forum this evening, like I said, about an hour and a half ago. And I'm not going to read the whole letter. The link is in the description below. You guys can read it for yourselves. It's on the forums. But the thread has been locked right away by your favorite Kabam Ike. It only made it as far as 2 replies. Let's see exactly how long it took for them to close it. So the letter was posted to 12:41, whatever the timestamp that is. And the thread got locked, and then he replied 12 minutes later. But I'll just read the first line. Dear Kabam, we represent a significant number of Alliance families in the game, and our players are disappointed in you. They are disappointed in the game state and the lack of communication these last couple of weeks. The recent bug compensation was appreciated, but it's only a temporary relief for a much larger problem. The compensation drops had helped in AQ, as have the Alliance War ones. The AQ compensation needs to be restored until the game is playable. The strict adherence to the Summer of Pain schedule was damaging to morale, as people had to spend additional resources due to bugs. It's not an ethical expectation you have set for the player base. Fair enough. These are all valid points, and I'm sure the majority of you watching this video now have been suffering through all of these bugs and issues for months, just like I have, just like these guys have, just like any other regular person playing this game. Let's continue. Our players are frankly sick of offers being pushed at them while the game is borderline unplayable. Players are quitting in droves, and recruiting is becoming extremely difficult with such a frustrating game state. Anyway, I'll let you guys read the whole letter because I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing, but let me just get to the point. The point is Kabam Mike's response, which officially it's actually Kabam's response to the letter, since Mike, he represents the company. I'm going to try and stay calm because this is going to trigger me really badly. I'm sorry to hear that you think we have not been communicating with you all throughout this. I feel that we were pretty open and honest when we made this post here, and he links to some posts. Let's not read that right now. Actually, you were not really that communicative with us. When you saw too many people start complaining, that's when you were kind of addressing the issues, which is what happens each and every time. Okay, let's not beat around the bush. This is not a new thing. We've been going through this year after year for 7 years. Okay, let's not be hypocrites. We're all adults here. Granted, there hasn't been much communication since then because we haven't had new information to share. Are you out of your mind? No new information except besides the thousands of people complaining every game, all the YouTubers covering how bad the game is. I mean, the poor state that the game is in. Come on, man. You guys living under a rock in your office? It's closed off from the rest of the world. Anyway, let's continue. As we said in that post, making those improvements will be a lengthy process where we will be overhauling a large part of the game to work with this engine update. Okay, but my question is, what does that mean for the players? Why aren't we told what to expect and when? You may not know a fixed date, but you have an internal schedule, you have deadlines, even if they're soft ones. How will this fix be implemented? Are you guys overhauling the whole engine? And why was this happening to the game engine anyway? Did nobody test this new game engine before you guys even released it? You guys just made some changes to the gaming engine. Nobody tested it, no Q&A, and you just put it out there, and we're like beta testing the gaming engine. Meanwhile, we're spending tons of resources and money on it and stuff like that. I mean, are we going to get paid for beta testing your new game engine? So many questions. Okay, let's continue. If I had a timeline for these fixes, I would be singing it from the rooftops. What you're asking for us is for us to share information that we do not have, and that's just called lying and doesn't help anyone. Are you kidding me, bro? Like, you guys are always lying, man. You're probably lying when you're writing this. I mean, it's not your lie. You're just being told what to lie. So let me just ask you this. Okay, you have a timeline that you're working on because you guys have deadlines all the time, and you plan ahead in your internal timeline what you're going to release, when you're going to release it. How is this working on this fix affecting your general timeline? You know, there's so much information you guys could share with the rest of us, but you're just like not sharing it. But then you're batting yourself on the back saying that, oh my God, we're so transparent. Look at us, A+, everybody. Come on, man. Okay, and then he says, now one thing I don't like about this petition is that it makes it seem like players of all segments are affected, but somehow not us. Yeah, because you're not a player of the game. You're working for the company that's making the game. You will never be us, man. You will never be in our shoes. First of all, I want to see how much money you spent on this goddamn game, man. What tier of the game are you in? Like, what's your like progression title? Like, don't put yourselves in our shoes, bro. You are not the one who dropped thousands of dollars in this game and spent countless hours, okay? Like a few years back, you were still thinking that Cyclops is the best counter to Magic. So just go back to the kiddie table and shut your mouth, really. Don't ever put yourself in our shoes, because you're not even down here. You're somewhere at the bottom. And keep in mind that California homes, we don't have basements, but even if we had a basement, you would still be like 10 levels below, okay? So don't start, okay? And then he says, nobody's more affected by this issue than we are, and nobody's more disturbed and spending more time fixing it than our engineers are. We all want the same thing here, and that's a game that functions reliably. Let me just cut you right off right there. Again, no, you are not more affected than we are, unless you're speaking from an economical point, because yes, you've been losing a lot of money because you're giving us a broken game, which makes the player not want to play the game, quit the game, and obviously not spend on your broken ass game. But if you're trying to say that you're more affected as players than we the players, then you're such a hypocrite. Even if this is not your words, you're still a hypocrite because you're part of the company that's trying to feed us this BS. I mean, pretty much this tells you how they view us, the customers, in their eyes, which is kind of like, hey, you know, all these issues going on, but you know what? You should still be happy and wait patiently like good little boys and girls over there by that nice windows. Go have a seat and we'll come get you when the game is ready and when everything is fine. When we're ready to talk to you, we'll come get you. But you guys just sit there nicely like good little boys and girls and just wait patiently like everything is working just fine. And then he says, we'll continue conversations with the team on the topic of compensation and content rollout, but in the meantime, the show must go on. Oh, baby, it sure must, doesn't it? It's exactly like I said. The show must go on. We still gotta keep being the good little kiddies, you know, waiting patiently for them to fix it because the show must go on. But, you know, there's no show without bling bling, and nobody's really dropping that bling bling right now, bro. I'm also planning more communications that you can expect in the next week or two when we have more information from our partners. Well, if this communication is going to be just like this communication, you know what, bro, just keep it. Just keep it. And which partners are those? The partners that were supposed to beta test your new game engine, but somehow magically failed to do so, in which case we had to be the ones testing your broken ass game. Oh my God, I feel so reassured. What other compensation, you know? Because you guys already threw out the big compensation. You gave everybody like a generic Nexus 6-star crystal, some health pods, some revives, and a little glory or whatever is there, and oh my god, everybody should be like clapping their hands and thinking it's Christmas. It's not Christmas. In the mail that we got the compensation from, it states clearly that the game is not fixed yet. There's still problems. We are promising to fix all these problems, but none of those problems look to being fixed anytime soon, at least not from this communication. This is today, right? We had the compensation like a few days ago already. This is like an update to their fixes, which is like we're still working on it. Our engineers are working on it. They're like right there, like stand ourselves. They're working on it. Come on, man. Kabam, you know, they threw out this compensation without even understanding what players need. It's just helping players get through the bugs a little bit, and issues are still there after the compensation. It's like, here, have a little something, be quiet now, go back to your corners, because we're still working it when we promise we're gonna fix this game, because we're more affected by this than you are. Even though none of us really play the game, we have no clue about how to play the game. We just log into the, you know what, logging into the game and spending 20 seconds with a character that you don't even know how to play doesn't make you an MCOC player, okay? Now, I don't expect any of you to be like KT1 or Barrowman or MSD or Legacy or even just like poor old Maladar here, you know? But unless we have any idea how your play level is at, don't come in here and tell us that you're affected by this more than we are, because you are not. And as to give you an example, one of the two new co-leaders of Blizzard Entertainment, Activision Blizzard, he's one of the best World of Warcraft players. He's streaming, he's running all the hard content, he's doing Mythic Plus runs. A developer, a leader of a company that knows their game. He just made a whole bunch of changes in their upcoming patch that's fixing everything players wanted to have fixed for over a year now. Now that's somebody that's working on a game, that knows the game, that understands the game, that plays the game. Not you guys, okay? You guys are like, toing, 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 toing. We're working on it. Sorry, guys, but we're doing our best here. Why don't you just clap for us like good little boys and girls? Because we promise really hard that we're going to fix the game for you. Now, for all of you interested in helping these people out and supporting them in their mission to getting Kabam to fix the game faster, there's a petition that I'm also going to link in the description of this video. It's a petition started on change.org. You can go read the letter again there. Now I opened this page right when the petition went out, so probably more people signed this by now. You can share this with your friends in line chats or whichever app you use with your alliances, with your friends, with your groups, with your whoever you want to help fix this issue, because let me just tell you this much, and I want you guys to really listen to me really hard, because this is where you guys made a mistake last year and 2 years ago and 3 years ago, and whenever there was not necessarily a boycott, but a movement that was trying to get Kabam to make the game better, okay? I know that a lot of you watching this video, you guys feel the same. You don't like that the game is broken. You don't like that Kabam act like they don't care to fix the game, that they're not fixing it faster, and so on and so forth. I also know that there's a small group of you that are never really affected by any of this, not because you're skilled, but maybe because the device you're using or it's just not registering as many errors, or maybe, I don't know, it's a variety of reasons. We have one guy in our alliance, he never had any of the parry issues. I don't know why. 29 other people, they had a broken parry for like 3 months, not this guy. So I know there's some people that physically, they do not have these issues, okay? And that's fine. Then there's also the group of players that are very skilled, and these issues are not that glaring for them, even though they do encounter them like a couple of times per day, all right? If each and every time a group of people gathers and tries to work out these issues to get Kabam, hey man, do it faster, help the game faster, make us enjoy the game again, basically. And then you see this YouTuber, that YouTuber, or this person in the community that has a large audience, or this person, and you try to beat down this group of people that are trying to make the game better for everybody that's playing the game. This is never going to get anywhere. Kabam is always going to get away with it They're always not really going to fix the game. Yeah, they make improvements. They made some improvements last summer, but here we are again. It's not consistent. It's always superficial, and it's always not going to be enough because they don't care enough to fix the game properly when they sent out a small compensation and everybody's like, yeah, kumbaya, see, Kabam cares, they fixed it. Unless we really get together, and I really mean this, as many of us really get together and show Kabam that we're serious, hey, you either get real about this and we're just gonna walk away. We're all just gonna walk away because it's been 7 years. And honestly, at this point in time, I feel like a lot of us are tired of dealing with this over and over and over again. And that's my honest opinion. It shouldn't matter who's organizing this. It shouldn't matter who's a part of it because we're all part of this. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter the format it's presented in, if it's a bullet point, if it's a video, if it's a letter. It's the same issues. It's the same problems in the game, okay? It doesn't matter if it's written on a nice paper or if it's written on a cardboard. The format is not important. The problems that we're trying to fix in the game, it's what's important. And as long as there will be people that keep shutting down these movements, we're never going to get anywhere. And we're still going to be sitting here 3 months, 6 months, 1 year from today, still complaining about the same problems. Because think about it, parry. We've had problems with parry forever, man. We've had problems with dexterity forever. We've had problems with the dropped inputs forever. It's the same basic issues, fundamental issues of the game that are still not running properly. I don't know, man. Go read the forum post. Go sign the petition if you're really serious about Kabam, really fixing this as soon as possible. And you gotta ask yourself, like, what am I even doing? Like, why am I still playing this game? Why am I putting myself through this over and over again if I'm not even, like, if I don't even care enough to do something to make this experience a little better for everybody involved? I know they will have a response for Kabam tomorrow. What the response is, I don't know yet, but I'm sure we'll hear again from them really, really soon. It's not about wishing them good luck because this, like I said, it affects everybody. That's pretty much all I had to say for this. Make sure to check out the petition link in the comments. Check out the forum post in the comments so you can read the letter again. Just a quick look all over YouTube. I see that our favorite Prof Huff, he already made a video covering this, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be other YouTubers covering it because this is a problem. Look what he called the video. This is the worst response I've ever seen to a forum post from Kabam. And he's right, man. He's right. Anyway, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this issue. And I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.